This is the Zondervan Cultural Background Study Bible. This is the New King James Version, and it's called, it says that it's bringing to life the ancient world of Scripture. And so I wanted to have a context to what was going on from a sociological perspective in terms of, the Bible is dealing with real people who lived real lives. And, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people call people that are in the Bible like Bible characters, because character to me denotes something that isn't like real, that's like a story or a tale or something like that, versus real people living real lives. And so because we're looking at 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, I'm looking at it through a modern lens, and I really have no idea what people's lives were like during that time. So I thought this study Bible would give me some more context and insight, because the Bible, when we kind of read it at the surface, it can read, just kind of not very lively. But when you think about it, it's like really a very rich, like things that are going on in the book in terms of the complexity of the story of there's some people that's living some lives in there. It's some interesting stuff going on. I'm like, this is Jerry Springer. This is Sally Jesse. There's a lot going on in here. And so I think one thing, that sometimes we struggle with is having empathy for other people and humanizing other people and putting ourselves in their shoes, just even on a day-to-day basis currently. So I just wanted to humanize people and understand what their lives were like. And that's why I got this particular Bible. It is a pretty big Bible. I think it's almost like 2,600 page, 2452. And it has an 8.9 font, which I try to get around an 8 or above in the font for my poor little eyes. It has, it's a red letter Bible. It has the full text of the New King James Version. They also have an NIV version of this Bible. It has targeted book introductions, which we see here. It has, insightful and informative verse by verse study notes. So like each verse, there's a footnote that, gives you insights into what was going on culturally at that time. And there's key Old Testament, Hebrew and New Testament terms explained and expanded on in 2 helpful resource features, over 300 in-depth articles, 375 full color photos, or images rather, illustrations from around the world, dozens of charts and maps, diagrams, and vivid color. And so there's additional study tools like a reference concordance, indexes, and other helps. So this is like a little bit of the inside of it. And so it does have like a lot of maps, a lot of pictures. You see that it's red letter here. It has some different articles and stuff like that. And you see like all the footnotes to each scripture. Again, more maps, different articles. And so it is, okay, here's some key New Testament terms that come before the New Testament. So they have an introduction to the Gospel of Matthew here. So they have an introduction of each book. They have this like key terms that we should familiarize ourselves with. And then again, it looks like they have some parallel citations here in the center column. Other places you can find in the scripture the same type of concepts that are in the listed scriptures. Again, here's another book introduction. So this is something that I'm looking forward to getting more into. So it does have a presentation page, a quick start guide, table of contents, a table of contents of the charts, a table of contents of the maps, about the authors, about the New King James translation, Hebrew to English translation chart. So there's a lot